Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, I have something fun for us. Not this picture, which is still one of my favorites, by the way. That's why I always show this one. They just look so happy, right? Look, her out self is matching her inner self. But today, I'm bringing you something new and fun, and I hope you enjoy it. I was doing some Googling on these two and found a fun treasure trove, if you will, of people talking about them. Some with personal stories, some with just anecdotes and just interesting takes on different situations. And I thought, let's take a look and deep dive it, shall we? So this question was asked on Quora, and this person asks, is Meghan Markle a nice person? Remember the Australia tour? We've talked about the Australia tour at length. We've heard what a nightmare allegedly she was behind the scenes, including a potential tea throwing incident, flying Jessica Mulroney in, just acting, both of them, it sounds like we're acting awfully behind the scenes, but this person goes deep. Here we go. So this person claims to be very close to a staff member working at that Australia house, having the inside knowledge and having permission to post this. Okay, so during their stay in Sydney, Meghan made a big deal about being given only one wing in the Admiralty House, the official home of the Governor General. She expressed loudly that they should have the whole house to themselves. This is the house, in case you were wondering what it looked like. So this is all alleged, but this is the house where allegedly Meghan wanted to make it known that she and Harry should have this whole thing to themselves. While Harry and Meghan stayed at this beautiful house, she was only nice to the good-looking staff. The staff was afraid of her, and they said she constantly used vulgar language, F words. On one of their events, it was reported that Meghan brought her famous banana bread. So the staff member states that the banana bread was actually made by them. Meghan had sent them late at night to get the ingredients, and she made them do several batches. She yelled constantly at the kitchen staff until they made the ones that she liked or said tasted right. So here's a picture of the banana bread. Same staff member said that there was a lot of fighting between Harry and Meghan. He was upset that they announced the pregnancy early. They slept in different bedrooms. After one of their fights, a staff member brought her some tea. Meghan said the tea did not taste right and threw it at the staff member. This person complained to Lady Cosgrove, who went to Meghan to tell her this behavior is not tolerated. Meghan's response, verbatim from the staff member, F off. Don't you know who I am? Lady Cosgrove spoke to the abused staff member, and she was rewarded financially by the royal family. I'm not sure whether she threatened to sue or not. Now, this is something that Lady C, I believe, had reported on too, that allegedly this staff member ended up walking away with about $250,000 from this incident. So the same storyteller is pointing out that these texts came available online around the same time. And this person is saying, yes, I'm in Australia. My hubby had more interaction with them than I have at Admiralty House. I've had the chance to be there a couple of times, and she's horrible. Two-faced piece of work. Very, very thin. That's funny. It's just a funny detail. Like I said, when the cameras are gone, she's been treating people like dirt. She's always swearing. And then goes on to say, I was going to add that Harry does not look happy. He has been apologizing to us for her rudeness. My observations are he's very stressed out. So the original poster goes on to say, this correlates with the events already stated. Another poster, also claimed to work at the Australia house, wrote that Meghan refused to wear the Akubra hats gifted to them by the governor. She made a big fuss because the hat was made of rabbit pelts while wearing calf leather shoes herself. Harry also refused to wear the hat even though he had worn it many times before. So here's a picture showing where Harry's worn this before, but then they were refusing to wear it, simply holding them. She goes on to say the staff member stated that Samantha Cohen, Meghan's royal advisor at the time, was so upset that she wanted to leave the tour immediately. This person said that Meghan and Jessica Mulroney referred to the tour as, quote, tour crap. Let's take under consideration that during this time, Meghan was still adored by the media. She was considered a, quote, breath of fresh air and an asset to the monarchy. This is before her staff started quitting en masse. If you Google October 2018, you'll get positive magazine covers and articles about Meghan. So the person wraps up by showing where Meghan herself talks about her love of swearing on the TIG. So I just found this such an interesting post. Everything this we don't know if it's true, but everything this person's saying allegedly matches up with everything we've read. So I tend to think, seems to go along with everything we've heard about Meghan, and just, again, on a royal tour acting like this and then calling it tour crap. I mean, just the nerve. And then to come forward and be like, the royal family never helped me. It sounds like they were paying for people to not talk about how horrible she was, but, she likes to say all the S words. So then somebody else posts the questions. What is your opinion of Meghan Markle's story about when she was leaving the UK and the pilot kneeled down before her, took his hat off, and thanked her for all the service she did for the country? What service is she talking about? Now, before I get a million comments, I know this was the poster's actual question. I remember she even says it was not the pilot. She could never be specific about who it was, so that way nobody could pin down that she was lying. So it was more vague than that. She said it wasn't the pilot, but it was somebody else. Just very vague. So I know. Guys, there's some really funny comments under this one. This first person said this woman would give Walter Mitty a run for his money. The next person says, next she'll be telling us that the three wise men who visited her at the manger bearing gold, frankincense, and myrrh. I love this comment. It really cracked me up, saying that they don't believe her for a second. And then adds, however, if it did happen, that pilot needs to be prevented from flying ASAP as he is clearly deranged. This person writes, this story is nonsense, of course. It's just another example of her making up stories for a U.S. audience, ignoring the fact that Americans act in ways British peoples do not. Example, thanking others for their service. This person writes, Meghan is delusional. She believes that she sacrificed everything for the UK. She sacrificed her B-list stardom, I wouldn't even say it's B-list, for one of the biggest platforms in the world. Okay. The truth is, she traded up, but her narcissistic nature could not take 1 ounce of criticism. Exactly. It was only after she got there that people could see through her nonsense that she played the victim and cried about her sacrifice. So well said. So on the nose. This person just posted a picture of a bullshit detector, which I love so much and will be using. This person is showing the uniforms and that only the pilots wear the hats, so her story makes, again, no sense at all. And this person had my favorite response. I assume it's one of you guys. Wrote, maybe he was on a yacht with her and she gave him good service. Oh, chef's kiss. Brilliant. Guys, this was really fun. I really enjoyed deep diving this. I am down to do more like this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you have a suggestion for a video or something you'd like to see talked about, let me know. I do love reading the comments. Thank you so much for being here and supporting. If you want to further support, check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where I do bonus deep dives. Jay and I jump on mic and say crazy things as we do. Thank you so much for being here. I do have merch available. Make it make sense, because none of this makes any sense. As well as recollections may vary. So check that out as well. I'll try to leave the link in the comments, and have the best day. Thanks so much for being here. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.